Hello, everyone. We are here again, Wise and Otherwise. And with me, my friends, Imran and Waqas.
Wise and otherwise.
Wise and Otherwise, yes.
We were taking more, we should change the name to Wisest.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's in order. It's in order. Wisest and then.
Okay. So today we have a very special guest with us. And her name is Dr. Baptiste. And she's actually running for the House of Representatives, Texas House of Representatives.
Yes.
Seat 76.
Correct.
And I would like to introduce you. Hello, how are you?
Hello, everyone. Thank you. It is an awesome pleasure to be in this podcast tonight. I have the pleasure to talk with different individuals and that's in the room, and Mr. Wise and Wiser and Wisest.
No, you got that
wrong. It has been very insightful, so I'm looking forward for us to have a great discussion.
Great.
Thank you.
Great.
Yes.
Welcome.
So I'm going to ask the first question, what got you into politics?
Well, I think it has been in my blood because I have always, I don't call myself a politician, but really a servant, because I have been doing the work since I was in middle school. My first initiation of any type of project was being a part of student council. And I understand that being a part of student council, you are looking for resources. You are advocating for, the people that trust you. And so I have always done that from middle school to high school and went to college and still doing the same thing. And so, at one point when you keep getting people to the door, it's time for you to say, you know what? If I cannot get the answer for those that reaching out to me, why not me? So now I move forward to be able to answer those questions of the people that trust me to win resources for them.
No, I love the way you said it, that you're not a politician, because we don't really, we are apolitical. We don't support one party or the other. We try to stay in the middle. So when people say that I'm not political, I'm here to serve the people.
Yes.
That's what the real reason is, to be in.
Yes.
So you can have a voice, and you can have the voice of the people you're representing as well.
Correct.
Yeah. So I really love that.
And I also love the way you said that you supported a bunch of people. You walk them to the door.
Yes.
But they walk through, and now it's your turn to walk through and
Yes.
Be the representative.
Yes.
I love that. That's
So
great.
between the school council and running for the 76th district.
Yes.
So what did you do in between? What was happening in between? Your doctor of medicine or
Okay, so I have a PhD in educational leadership.
Oh,
so I
great.
have always been an educator at heart.
Great.
So I have been in the classroom for 20 years, and then I also teach on collegiate level, online. Then I'll continue my continual education, with setting up curriculum, working with different, teachers and putting programs together. And then I also went into becoming a counselor. So where I practice, therapy, so I can help other people to get their mental health together, because it was a need and it was an issue even when I was in the classroom. And that's why it sparked my interest even more to go ahead on and go get my degree in, what you call mental health counseling, and from there so that I can practice.
Wow,
Great.
that's awesome.
That's awesome, yeah.
Because we had a show, actually, we did a podcast on mental illness, especially in the community. At least I came from, it's seen as like a, it's a little bit of a cliche, right? But I'm glad that you have that perspective, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, because see, the thing is that you have to understand the issue is not just, within adults, but it's also within the kids, because the kids, they have their own world, and a lot of time the parents don't know what's going on with them. The only actual person that really knows, that really take a look and really cares, is the teacher. So
Right.
the teacher is really the first parent
It is the
of
first parent.
every child,
absolutely.
because your child spent 8 hours.
Yes.
And
Yeah, they're spending more time.
They're looking as an outsider as well. They're
Yeah.
looking in. Yeah. So that probably is very important. Yeah.
Exactly.
That's the most important role. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
True.
Okay, so back to your back. So a little bit about, look, so we know how you came into public service. you have a different background. Like you have a background. Like we all
Yes.
have a background.
Yes.
So you want to talk a bit about what that is and tell our audience like where you came from, what your life, little bit of your journey.
Yes. So I'm a child of proud immigrant Haitians, and I love the fact that my parents has done everything that they needed to do for us to come here when I was about 6 years old. So we first came and I stayed in New York with our family. Then because it's too cold and we're from the island, so trying to find a place that's not as cold as it is. So my parents came here when we were small kids. And so one thing I have learned is that they always say education is the key. And they said, well, I will sacrifice whatever that I need to sacrifice for you so that you can, be in a better place than we are. Because why? When they came in, their degrees, wasn't, validated here. So they had to either go to school all over again to get the degree.
Right.
Or they have to find something else to do. Well, they have family, they have kids. So therefore, they had to go ahead and find jobs and work. Yeah. So they started working in factories and they work 12-hour shift, come home tired. But all they expect from us, go to school, be better than we are. So when they moved to Texas, first job that they found in Houston was Apple Tree Grocery Store. And it was like the big place where everybody found jobs.
Right.
So they were always working there, but they were always telling us it's important for you to go to school. And they always say you never give up. No matter how things are, you never give up. And always be yourself. No matter where you are, where you find, you don't have to define yourself by who's your friend. You define yourself by what makes you different. And so with that, they instill in me, not to give up, which is resiliency, and then two, to always be comfortable in my own skin. Because when we were growing up, we know that there were greater stereotype then than it is now. Why? Because we have all these different channels where we can advocate, zero tolerance to bully, so therefore what people used to do back then, they can't really do it now because of social media. So therefore
things have changed.
Yes, things have really changed. All the struggle that we went through, seeing them work 2 jobs, and seeing them working at $6.75, $6.50, and some jobs it was like maybe $9.
Wow.
But it's like you're working 14 hours a day.
Yeah.
So
And
it's
supporting
really
the
not
family with that.
It's really nothing.
Yes, yeah.
So this means that your parents were like doing different hours,
Yes.
sometimes odd hours and
Yes.
stuff like that. So
Yes.
it's a very common thing if the parent is not available 24/7 at a time and they are not available, they have they have to feed the family.
Yes.
So somehow the children can go wayward,
Yes.
So
Yes.
so how did your parents manage that thing, like raising you up and instilling that, that the things you talked about,
One of the things that that was a constitution. We have what we call constitution in the household. So the constitution is no matter where you
I
are,
like that. Yeah.
no matter where you are, you gotta always remember who you are, never change who you are, and never trying to assimilate with anybody. You gotta stay your authentic self. That's number one. Number two, at the dinner table, we must talk about your future, how was your day, and what's going on in school. And no matter what, the third constitution is one of our parents always has to be home when we home.
Oh, okay.
So that's when one would work at night, graveyard shift, and then one would already be home by 3 to receive us when we are home. So we never left home be a kid latch kid. We always have one parent at home to ensure that homework is done. And then Constitution 4, when you come home, no TV. You got to go do your homework, get your snack. And the only time you have to watch TV, the Constitution 5, I still remember, is that you only have Saturday to watch TV for 2 hours. And then you have a book you got to read. And then during the summer, we must read. Even there is no school, we have to read.
Okay.
So these are the principles that keep us grounded and that keep us together.
So
Yeah.
how much this constitution changed with your children? Different generations. They're still the same.
Now
okay,
they're
right?
always on the phone, right?
So
They stay on their phone.
yeah. So there are different clauses now. Huh? So
Yeah.
So you're working on that as well. Huh?
Yes, exactly. Yes, but I think for me, the two constitution that's still really relevant to me in my own household is number one, say be yourself, never change for nobody. Your differences is what makes you special.
Yes.
And then two, the other thing that's really still relevant in our household is to sit down to talk. What's going on with you? How you doing? How is class? How can we help you? What is your goal? And one thing is they never force us on what we need it to be as adult, but they stress that education is important.
Yes.
So then we all find a path of what we wanted to do as professional.
So you have to strive to be better,
Yes.
right? Because you had the examples,
Yes.
and then you had the pressure to actually be
Yes.
better.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
So, though we don't want to discuss politics, but what are the main what's the main agenda, like for the canvassing the war, what you're trying to put through in your campaign?
Yes.
The contingent asking.
Yes.
Okay, I get you.
Yes. Yes.
And because
Yes.
he
Yes.
knows why.
Yes.
She's running from sugar.
She's gonna be your representative.
Yeah, so I am for working family. One of the bill that I really want to champion is a better living wage. Why better living wage is important? Because when I was growing up, it still was $7.25, and now the climate change, economy change, we're going through inflation, we're still on the same salary. That is not a livable wage for anybody, and it's not a wage that give any family respect and dignity. And I have people that calls me that I help within the community that I need to pay this. Can you help me pay that? Because if this don't pay, then I can't take care of that. And sometimes it's grocery, and sometimes it's to get their medication. And so we have to come to a table where we can have a comprehensive living wage to help the working family to have dignity and respect. And my second one that I really want to champion when I get in the house is comprehensive mental health and affordable health care. Why is that important? It's important because 1 out of 4 individuals that you come across, they have some kind of mental condition. And there's a way that we can fix that, because Texas is the epicenter of medicine. And not only that,
it is.
we are known, for gas and oil. So if we really come to the table to solve this, we can have a comprehensive, plan that will touch not only K-12, not only adult, but also our veterans that end up in jail because they have a condition. Also those that end up sleeping under the bridge because they have a mental condition. So these are the things that I want to champion in my first term for our family, because I call the people my family. They are my boss. They sent me for me to work for them. And as a servant, I will do the best that I can to bring that happen. And I'm an open door policy. What does that mean? We're going to be in hands, in connection, talking what's happening, where we are, and what I need from them to get things moving. Because there is no solution if there is no communication.
That's a wonderful platform.
That's a great.
And you know what? That's
there's no solution.
apolitical. It doesn't matter what party.
No, it doesn't matter.
That's a human platform.
Yes.
You gotta have
Yes,
communication.
wonderful.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. That's the only way. How can I know what you really need if I'm not talking to you?
Sure.
Yeah.
How can I stay in the state capitol and I never come down to my people?
Yeah.
You understand? If I don't come, you voted me in. I need to be on the ground with you. I can't be too mighty where I can't come down to talk to you. I can't be too, perfect where I cannot hug you and say, how you doing? How was your day today? How can I help you? You put me here.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? That's what's important to me.
Yeah.
True.
No, I think
amazing.
you've got the right
Yeah.
mindset, and you started it by saying that you're serving the people.
Yes.
And your platform actually reflects that. So
Yes.
that's wonderful to hear
Yeah.
that.
Yes.
And you're absolutely right. I mean, now we're living in this, world where, again, we've had another previous podcast to this about affordability and living, where, if you can't pay for groceries or pay for medical or pay for your rent, I mean, that's a real choice thousands of people are making in,
It is.
I mean, just in this district, in this
Yes.
country, in the
Yes.
state, in the city.
Yes.
And it's a reality.
It is.
But we've got a few billionaires that want to fly to the moon and
Exactly. Yes, and go to a gravity that's gonna cost you $10 million for 30 seconds.
Really?
Yeah, there's zero gravity.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, zero gravity. You get to be in that Pacific, convoy,
Yeah.
and it's stored, at that much money. So when we have people that cannot pay their bills, when we have people that don't even have, the basic necessity for them to wake up and say, okay, I can breathe. You see what I'm saying? And then you have people that's buying stuff that they don't even know what to do with it. They buy it for one day and just throw it away.
Yeah.
So we need to change the trajectory and become human. Because when we become human, we understand that we have to help our brothers and sisters.
Yep.
Because it's not to push a group down. We need to elevate
everyone.
Elevate everyone.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So they will not have to feel like, I don't want to be here anymore. A lot of people don't want to be here anymore because they cannot handle their own simple responsibility. Before Maslow law get to actualization, your basic need. You see what I'm saying? The food, the shelter.
Yeah.
Before you can get to your true actualization, if you don't have your basic needs, you don't want to be here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let me ask you, so all the stuff that you're talking, this is resonating with us, obviously. I mean, this is basic human needs. These are basic human needs.
Yes.
So what kind of opposition have you faced that, you're going to face, right? Tell us a little bit about that.
I know one of the opposition will be that, see, I'm an advocate, so I'm not afraid. I've been doing this for a minute. I've been doing it since I was in middle school. I know that some people, they will not want the change because change is uncomfortable.
Change is scary.
Yeah, it's uncomfortable, it's scary. It's the unknown and I don't know how to embrace it. Well, we're going to embrace it together through communication because those unknown factor that makes you feel uncomfortable for not making those decisions, we're going to put it on the table. And it's not going to be just one side. It's because it's about human. It's all side.
Right.
Whether you green, yellow, purple, red, blue, we all need to come to the table because if we don't fix that situation, we're going to have issue in the next 10 to 20 years. If we don't fix that situation now, in 5 to 6 years, we're going to have a water shortage issue.
Oh, absolutely.
And so with that being said, because you have growth in economy. So if there is that much growth and we're not doing, well, if we don't sit that on the table, we're going to have technological issue because AI is taking over.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So therefore, if we don't equip the people, if we don't sit down and communicate, the state of Texas will be up and down.
Lopsided. Yeah.
So this is what we're going to have to, not afraid of the opposition, look at them straight in the eyes and say, we can sit down and talk.
Okay.
Get your party.
Yeah.
If it's 10 people with you and I get my 10 and we're going to look at it together.
Yeah. Like you said, have a conversation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because we can't solve anything if you say, well, it's just not going to work.
Yeah.
Well, it's just not possible.
Yeah.
You gotta have a
You gotta have a conversation.
compromise.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And one thing about change is that, yes, scary, but it's inevitable as well.
That's right.
I mean,
That's right.
things will change.
Yes. Yeah. Whether
You just have to equip yourself.
Exactly.
Be
It's-
ready for it.
Yes. It's
Yeah.
either you be ready for it, you are part of the change, or the change going to happen and you're going to stay behind.
Exactly.
So we want to be in the forefront. Wouldn't that be beautiful to see Texas as the champion of having a better living wage? Wouldn't that be great to see that Texas has the champion of mental health, that everybody will use us as a model to fix the situation? Yes, we can do it, but we had to come together.
Yeah.
Let's stop looking at these colors. Because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, we all the same people.
Yep.
Yeah.
We all the same. If we fall now, we bleed. Guess what? We have the same blood.
Yes.
The same
blood,
DNA,
same
everything.
DNA. You understand? We all connected.
Exactly.
So these days, race, immigration, identity, politics, that's the core, the big issue. That's the core of things. So I think Houston, being such a diverse city, I think this is where we can bring people together.
Yes.
So is there an effort to have different immigrants or diverse people come along? So do you have some ideas on it too?
Yes. Because as a child of prior immigrants, and I am an immigrant, and then this is a city, and this is a state that is second to New York when it comes to, before they used to say New York is the gateway, but now Texas is the second gateway, because you will find just in Houston that have 5.4 million people, you'll find 192 dialect.
Wow.
And now that's how much dialect there is. Wow. So we really multicultural. We can no longer be different and stay in our own closet. We need to come together and find out how we can help people to have legal pathway to this country. Now there is already 5 different pathway already that is passed in the House, but it has not gone to the Senate House because we don't have representative that's looking at how our demographic changed. You see what I'm saying? Because the demographic you had 20 years ago is not the demographic you have today. So you got to always look and see what is the makeup of my city, because I can no longer leave immigration issue and don't talk about it. I have to talk about it. I have to make sure that the city continue to be a sanctuary city. I have to make sure that we work on those pathways, make the Congress, make senators responsible, accountable for these laws to be passed. But if nobody talking about it, it won't make an effort.
They won't have an effort.
I've heard that Houston is probably the most diverse city now in the United States.
Yes.
Has to be.
It's kind of interesting that we're so far south, hot, humid. There's no place for ice here. The humidity. There's no place for ice.
No,
nothing will freeze. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
We have to laugh at that.
So tell us a bit about yourself. Like, what do you like to do? I mean, you're in public service. That's a huge responsibility. But what do you do for fun?
Oh my God, for fun, I like to go to the movies.
Okay.
Yes. And then I like to go in different places to eat different food. So my friend and I, she's my close friend. So we go to, different places and try different food. And she was like, take me. Last time we went to Cooking Girl. So
Cooking Girl is good.
Yes.
I like their food.
Yes, I like the food. The food was delicious. And then the other time she took me to Thai place. So I have what you call the tom yum soup.
Tom yum.
That's you got to be careful with tom yum. It's very spicy.
Yes, it is.
But the more the spice level goes up, the hottest, that's the best way.
So that's what I love to do. And then I love to read, and whenever I have time, I love to travel. Because I love experience different culture, experience another paradigm shift and see how other people live. Because when you don't have any other paradigm, it don't helps you to understand human.
You can't grow, right?
You can't grow because every part of the world is a teaching lesson.
Yeah.
And so for us to learn, we must travel.
See, that's what happens in a lot of places where people spend their whole life and they never go out of their state or their I mean, I think it should be mandatory for people, in my opinion, to travel.
Interesting you brought that up. So there's a statistic somewhere. Up until the 80s, like 90% of the world population had not traveled more than 40 miles from where they were born.
Yeah.
They were born and died between 40 miles
of
that place.
Wow.
Now that's a little bit more, but still, a majority of the world does not get to travel, which is, So again, if you like to travel, what's your favorite place that you've been?
I've been to a lot of places.
Well, so far, what is your favorite place?
Okay, my favorite place, that I love when I went there was Burundi.
Burundi.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
The
Okay.
people is so nice.
Yeah.
And they're so hospitable. It's like you feel like they're like, yes, don't do this. I take you. I mean, you feel like you at home. The people are so kind. They love on you. They make you feel at home, and they're so kind. And when I went there, I felt like I was at home. And I said, I love me some Texas, but I'm enjoying this city right now. Yeah,
awesome.
yeah,
That's awesome.
I love it. I love it. Yes. And then my second place that I enjoyed when I went was Ethiopia as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I love it. The people there kind, and then they have a way that they make their roti. I still can't learn how to make it, but the roti is so good.
Or with
Yeah,
hand?
either you have to give up your
yeah.
political ambition
Yeah.
or learn roti. You just can't make that round, perfect roti.
Perfectly round roti. Yeah.
Exactly.
So either, so it's switch profession.
Yes. Yes.
Again, traveling. Again, that data you were sharing. So it's mostly third world country. There is no access. So traveling.
No, here too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But West, it's the same with the West too.
Same with West
Especially
as
in the
well.
United States of America, people travel. I think the least.
The least.
That's true.
Yeah.
Because they're too busy not making enough money because minimum wage is not enough. They can't
Yes.
afford. They can't
Yeah.
afford
They can't
groceries.
afford
That's a good
Where do they
point.
go?
Yeah.
That when you're busy
Yeah.
with your life,
That's
you're just
true.
trying to make ends meet.
Yeah.
Paycheck to paycheck. It's hard to think
It
of
is.
how are you going to take vacation.
Yeah.
I mean,
Exactly. That's out of line.
But here's another
Yeah.
point. We just had the Super Bowl.
yeah.
You know how much the tickets were to the Super Bowl?
How much?
Oh, I can imagine
Average
astronomical.
6,000 minimum.
30,000.
That's
Minimum.
30,000.
That was the average.
Average
what
is
seriously?
30,000.
The minimum
Wow.
was like 6,000, I think.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Oh my
Who
God.
is paying that?
Yeah.
Well, people were
Right?
there. Yeah.
60,000 people.
60,000
were there?
Yeah, there
people.
was
Well,
6,000
those are the ones that can afford it.
Yeah, exactly.
The rest of us,
Yeah.
right? I mean,
Yeah.
it-
The
it's
rest
an
of our
amazing
working class family can't afford that.
No.
You understand? That's
family.
why.
One guy can't go.
Yes.
How watch the first quarter? You go watch the second
One
quarter, the
one.
third quarter.
It's so unfortunate these numbers that
Yeah.
everything seems so unattainable now.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
of these high numbers of it's a far cry. When you're looking at 7.5 or $10 an hour,
Yeah.
and you want to just maybe go to the next town, it seems impossible. Yeah.
You're right. It is. It is.
The NBA All Star is coming up. $2,000 the minimum ticket.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
Talk about politics and people, right? It is. What are we doing?
Yeah.
Even politics is very expensive, You have
Yeah.
to invest. It's not
Yeah, it's very
cheap,
expensive, yeah.
So that's why we've
Yeah.
got so many corrupt politicians as well, unfortunately,
Yes.
because they have to.
Uh-huh.
They have to win again and again and again, Yeah, so there's something where I think people like you come up. That's a great thing,
Yes.
with fresh ideas
Yes.
and different motivation, altogether. So
We weren't born with it, like
Yeah.
with the silver spoon, right? You
No,
made it work.
we work hard.
Yeah.
We work hard. We have working family that works hard, that believe in us, and that give us principle, and we know what needs to happen. And then another thing that my grandma always said, that he says that if you always want door to open for you, always be a blessing to other. As in that, always open doors for others.
That's a wonderful,
Yes.
wonderful.
Yes.
the other
Yes.
thing Dr. Baptiste says that when these local elections or even state elections, I've seen candidates talking to you come across as a person who really believes in herself.
Yes.
But most of the people are just there to just have the
just
the
the-
yard signs over there,
Just the photo
for
shoot.
just for photos of popularity. That I also was one of the candidate. But that's also an issue,
Yeah.
where you can't choose the right people, but the right people are not coming into that.
Yeah. You're right.
They're coming for the wrong
and
reasons.
Exactly.
Right? I mean, the
So
wrong
that's
people
why
for
the
wrong reasons.
old,
Yeah.
the same status
Yeah.
quo is
Yeah.
repeated again and again.
Yeah.
Same guys are coming in. These
Yeah.
so senators, they are being there for I don't know eternity.
All their
now,
lives.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
so it's good to have people like you
Yes.
coming in,
Yes.
and
Yes.
participating and trying to make that change.
So the
Yes,
election is
thank you.
March 3rd, right?
Yes.
So you
yes.
all go out there and vote. Dr. Baptiste, especially if you're in Sugarland.
Yeah,
Right.
if
Richmond.
you are in Sugarland, Mission Bend, 7. Let me tell you guys the zip code. Early voting is very important. So I really want everybody to show up for early voting, which is starting February 17th to the 27th. And then election days on March the 3rd. I usually say the last day is the 27th because election is the strugglers that's coming in and didn't have time, and so we want to make sure that we do what we need to do so we can get there from the 17th to the 27th. And then the zip codes are important. If you are in the Mission Bend area, which is 77083. If you are in the Houston area, which is 77099. If you are in the Sugarland area, 77478, 77477. And if you are in the Richmond area, 77406, 77407, come out, support and vote for the working family, because that's what I stand for and that's what I will do. And you can always talk to me because I'm an open door policy. I will never refute you because this is not a work that's done alone, but it's done together as a whole.
Now I know where I've heard this name. So I've seen lots of yard sign in my neighborhood, See, it sounds familiar.
After an hour,
She said my zip code and so
Otherwise.
Let us
Only today I want to get there. But you got one vote.
Yes, thank you.
So anything you want to say to your voters? So please feel to say it on this camera over here. So
Okay. Hello everyone. Thank you for taking the time tonight for listening to me. What I stand for the working family. And what I'm asking you guys to do is to give me one of your vote on February 17th to the 27th. And I am going to be somebody that's going to champion for the working family. One thing when I get in my first term I will do is a better living wage. Number 2 things that I will make sure that I do is to make sure that we have a comprehensive mental health and affordable health care for all Texans. This is what it's all about. We have to come together. I can't do this without you because it takes us to do it. I'm your voice where you're not, and I'm your hands where you're not, and I'm your feet where you are not, and you will not be disappointed. Again, thank you for the opportunity for one of your vote on February 17th to the 27th. Dr. Marie Asher Baptiste, House District 76. Dr. Marie Asher Baptiste, House District 76. Again, thank you, and I appreciate you all.
Well,
Great,
thank you
great.
so much. I don't think we can say anything after that.
That's the fly.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
We're rooting for you.
Thank you.
And hopefully you have a successful campaign and we see you in the house.
Yes.
And then,
I'm gonna be coming back.
Yes,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
are.
This is
You are.
Absolutely.
Definitely. 100%.
Yes, I'm gonna be coming back and I'm gonna give you guys updates, and if I need, the voice of the people with certain policies that I'm working on, this is my house.
This is
100%.
I can
always
talk.
Awesome.
100%.
You're
Yes.
always welcome.
100%. More than welcome.
Thank you.
Yes, I
And
will.
again, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
And being with us,
Yes.
the wise and the
Yes.
otherwise. Yes.
wise and wiser.
She's choosing for your vote already.
Now she knows where to the right zip code to address. Great.
Thank
Nana.
you.
It's a pleasure
Thank you so
being a
much.
host.
Yeah. Thank you so
Yes.
much. That was our podcast, and see you next time.
Take care, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.